Hi everyone.
Hello，大家中午好。
Great. So last time we were talking about Bonaparte and how Pierre was thinking about him, and then Vicomte gave back and said something. Do you remember what that was, Danny?
I forgot.
Yeah, Vicomte said, "Yeah, it's great. You want all these great things, but do you really have them or not?" Right? Liberté
After
and
the revolution, the people not very happy. Maybe they lose the liberty and
right. And then and now we have
it's a hot debate, right?
And so we know everybody's kind of
Against
Pierre,
Pierre.
right? So Prince Andrew kept looking with an amused smile from Pierre to the Vicomte and from the Vicomte to the hostess. Okay, so Andrew is looking from who to who? Pierre to Vicomte.
Pierre to Vicomte and Vicomte to Anna?
To Anna. In the first moment of Pierre's outburst, Anna Pavlovna, despite her social experience, was horror-struck. But when she saw that Pierre's sacrilegious words had not exasperated the Vicomte and had convinced herself that it was impossible to stop him. So basically, Anna...
In the first moment of
after Pierre began, outburst means...
Outburst began talking?
Yeah.
No, why
outburst is
use
like...
this word?
Outburst is kind of... It's a little bit louder. It's kind of like break, like pushing out, kind of like bursting out. That's the idea of outburst.
Outburst?
Yeah, outburst.
Okay. Despite
her social experience, means that she's very
social.
She knows a lot about social stuff, right? But even though she had this, she was horror-struck. She wasn't prepared for this.
Horror-struck means
horrified. Like
horrified. Be horrified.
Yeah, be horrified. Correct.
Means
she was horrified.
She feel very surprised.
Yes.
Cannot control, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, but
not cannot control. Horrified means kind of, something really upsetting or whatever. Struck means hit. She was horror-struck. Yeah.
Hit?
Struck means hit. Hit.
What hit mean?
Hit something.
Hit. Oh.
Struck. Horror-struck.
Horror-struck.
Or,
oh.
But when she saw that Pierre sacrilegious just means not.
Not you.
No, sacrilegious here means not sacred, kind of against God kind of thing. Not very...
Huh?
He's saying some things that are very against religious people. Like,
against religious people?
Because basically Pierre said, hey, look, this is okay for Napoleon to do this killing the Duke. It's okay because that's necessary political stuff. But nobody likes to hear that because killing someone is sacrilegious. You shouldn't be killing someone. But then when she saw that Pierre's words did not exasperate, did not make the Vicomte without breath, that's kind of exasperated kind of like with X means out, right? Aspirate means to breathe, so without breath. So this did not cause a Vicomte to be without breath. Like, because when somebody says something, you go like that, right? You hold your breath. If somebody says something really like she was horror-struck. When Pierre said, "Oh, it's okay. It's okay that Bonaparte can kill somebody, murdered."
They make people
horror-struck, just like Anna was.
Okay.
Kind of like thing breathing in. But then Vicomte was not exasperated. Vicomte was calm. Okay, Vicomte was not exasperated.
Non-exasperated means it's calm.
Well, basically, I told you, exasperated means without breath.
Without breath. Breath. Okay.
Without breath.
So Vicomte can still breathe.
Yeah, but that's idea. That's the idea.
Okay.
And had convinced herself, she told herself, or make sure herself that it was impossible to. So she now thinks it's impossible to stop him.
Because Anna didn't make Vicomte very angry. She
rallied her forces. Rallied means it's kind of, that's an army term. Rallied. So she put together. Rally means like bring together all her forces. Like suppose you have an army, right? And you want to attack someone.
Okay.
So then you get all your troops together. So you rally them. You put them together. So she rallying her forces here means that maybe she's getting all the people that can go against Pierre. She's like putting all these people together against Pierre, maybe.
Oh.
Okay, so she's rallying her forces and joined the Vicomte in a vigorous attack on the orator. So now she joined Vicomte. Vigorous means full of life.
Full of life?
Vigorous, yeah. Vigor.
Okay, very strong.
No, full of life. Means full of life. attack.
Yeah, full of life attack means very strong attack.
On the orator. Orator is somebody who talks. Orator. And that's
okay.
Pierre.
Okay.
And now she's talking. But, my dear Monsieur Pierre, she said, how do you explain the fact that a great man executing a duke, or even an ordinary man who is innocent and untried? So, again, she's asking the same thing. How do you explain that a great man
Bonaparte
is killing a duke? Executing means like killing someone, but you know, or even or not just a duke, or even an ordinary man, somebody who's innocent and untried. Without trial means like you don't even prove he's bad or not. You just kill him. Untried. That's what untried means. Innocent means didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
And then Vincomte says, I should like, said Vincomte, to ask how Monsieur Prince the 18th Brunner, and was not that an imposture? It was a swindle, and not at all like the conduct of a great man. So Vincomte brings another one. I don't know what this 18th Brunner or Brumaire is. I do not know what that is. But was that not an imposture? Imposture means kind of faking. Imposture. To imposture is kind of like a fake something. Not
fake something?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, so we don't have to spend too much time because I don't know what the 18th Brumaire is. It was a swindle. It was a swindle. Swindle means like you trick someone. And not like at all like the conduct of a great man. Basically, great man should not like fake something and should not trick somebody into doing something. That's all that he's saying. You cannot like fake. You know what that means? Fake?
No.
Okay. You know, some people buy watches on the street.
On the street?
Yeah, street vendor. Sometimes, like in some big cities, you have somebody on the street selling stuff on the street.
Oh.
So they say, "Oh, here's a watch. It's a real Rolex watch,
Okay.
expensive watch, but it's not the real one. It's a fake.
Oh.
It's a fake,
Okay.
not real, right?
假的.
So imposture is like something fake, and
Imposture means something fake.
yeah, and swindle means you
Swindle.
trick somebody. Basically, when I try to sell you this,
Means you trick me.
I trick you because this is not real.
哦，欺骗，陷阱。It was a trick.
Yeah,
And
let's see.
not at all like the
Conduct. Conduct means the behavior of a great man. Right?
Great man. Okay.
And the prisoners he killed in Africa. That was horrible, said the little princess, shrugging her shoulders. And again, Bonaparte maybe killed some prisoners. Somebody is in prison in Africa. So.
Some prisoners he killed in Africa.
Yeah.
Little princess shrugging her shoulders. Okay.
He is a low fellow. Say what you will, remarked Prince Hippolyte. So
What?
Prince Hippolyte just says he is a low fellow means. Yeah, low fellow. And you say what you want. Okay.
Say
so
what you will. What do you mean?
basically says, Pierre, you say what you want. He's still a bad guy, right?
Oh, he means Bonaparte.
Napoleon, yeah.
And what you is Pierre.
Pierre, yeah.
Okay.
Pierre, not knowing whom to answer, he doesn't know who to talk to. So many people talk to him.
talk.
Looked at them all and smiled. He looked at them all and smiled.
Smiled?
His smile was unlike the half smile of other people.
Huh?
His smile was not like the half smile of other people. Half smile means not really smile. But let's look. When he smiled, his grave, even rather gloomy look was instantaneously replaced by another, a childlike, kindly, even rather silly look, which seemed to ask forgiveness. So he smiled,
Yeah.
and his smile is not like other people's smiles. 'Cause other
Fake
people's smiles
smile.
kind of like fake. When he smiled, because he's normally very grave, right? He's very serious,
Okay.
and maybe even some kind of gloomy kind of like.
So grave means serious.
Yes.
Gloomy means
A little bit kind of like sad kind of.
Sad?
Yeah, not happy.
Not
Kind
happy.
of, yeah. And but the look was instantaneously, immediately replaced by another. Normally he's grave, right?
Normally he's grave,
yeah.
but his look.
But his look changed. He became, instead of this grave and gloomy person, he became a childlike, like a little kid, kind, and even rather silly look. which seemed to ask for forgiveness.
Silly look means
Silly. It's not kind of silly look, right?
Okay, so instantly means
Instantaneously.
instantaneously means
Very quickly switched.
quickly switched.
Yeah, to another.
Oh, ask for forgiveness.
Basically said, no, I'm sorry I said these things or something.
Oh, okay.
The Vicomte, who was meeting him for the first time, saw clearly that this young Jacobin was not so terrible as his words suggested, or was silent. So Jacobin is Jacob. Okay, so Jacob is a guy. It's a figure in the Bible who likes to contest. Like he likes to he actually tried to struggle with God, for example, Jacob, right? So it's somebody who likes to maybe argue. Somebody not argue. Somebody who like to test, likes to see how far make
Question.
question stuff. So he saw that this young Jacobin was not so terrible
Because
as his words suggested. So basically, he looked at the guy. Vicomte looked at Pierre. Hey, Pierre doesn't look like because he changed his face, right?
Yeah.
Says, oh, maybe,
suddenly changed.
Yeah. So then, so the Vicomte saw, because it's the first time he met him. Remember, Pierre was away for a long time. All right, so now let's go.
So wait. So Vicomte think Pierre was not so terrible as his words suggested. All were silent would mean.
Everybody was quiet.
Oh, okay.
How do you expect him to answer you all at once? Said Prince Andrew. Besides, in the actions of a statesman, one has to distinguish between his acts as a private person, as a general, and as an emperor. So it seems to me. So basically, Andrew said, how can Pierre answer everybody?
Yeah.
And he's saying that the action of a statesman means like somebody in the somebody who has kind of a power or a figure or a position, somebody who has a position. You have to tell the difference between when he acts, that kind of person who has a position. You have to distinguish, make a difference between his acts, the things that he does, as a private person, as a general, and as emperor. So this person, right, is both.
It's Bonaparte.
Bonaparte. You because he has a high position, you have to separate what he does into three parts. That's what Andrew said. So there's things which he does as a private person, just like a normal person.
Okay.
There are things which he does as a general.
General?
Yeah, general means somebody who commands an army. Somebody who, and there's somebody who is an emperor, somebody who is like a king. You have to make a difference between those three things that he does.
So this means what Bonaparte does, you cannot just say, oh, you need to distinguish to three parts.
You need to distinguish.
You need to distinguish.
Because, for example, a general may say, hey, go attack the enemy, right? General says. And then in that sense, when he says go attack the enemy, he's actually killing people.
General, yeah.
He's killing people.
Yes.
But you cannot say as a person he's killing people.
Because he's
a general, right?
Oh.
So you cannot just judge a person. What Andrew is saying, you cannot just judge a person by some of the things that he does. Like people say, oh, he killed the Duke. Right. Well, did he kill him as a private person, like,
no,
or as a emperor or whatever,
as
right?
Emperor.
Exactly. So that's Andrew saying you have to separate those things.
Oh, so it seems to me.
So, yeah, that's
just
what
like
I believe.
me.
No. So it seems to me this is what I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yes, of course. Pierre chimed in, pleased at the arrival of this reinforcement. So reinforcement. Just remember, Anna was rallying. Was getting people to her side.
Yeah.
So the only person that can help Pierre is Andrew. So Andrew is, because again, Pierre's like, everybody's attacking him.
Yeah.
So the only person who can help him is Andrew came to help him.
Okay.
And so this is a rival. A rival means came, right? Reinforcement means somebody who can help on his side. Right?
Of this means
what?
This.
This means Andrew. This. Talking about this.
Okay.
This means the thing that just happened.
Okay, so Pierre
chimed in.
Chime in means the
chime is
join?
Chime is like your cell phone makes alarm. Bing bing bing. That's kind of like chime.
Oh.
So here, yes, of course, it's just so Pierre made a chimed in, made that kind of alarm, like a kind of that sound, make a reminder sound. Yes, yes, of course. So that's what chimed in. Okay.
Okay.
And he's pleased, he's happy that somebody came to help him.
Okay.
One must admit, continued Prince Andrew, that Napoleon as a man was great on the bridge of Arcola and in the hospital at Jaffa, where he gave his hand to the plague-stricken. But there are other acts which is difficult to justify. So again, we don't know what happened there, but saying that Napoleon did a sort of great things. In this bridge, he did something. In this hospital, he did something. But there are other things that he did which is difficult to justify, difficult to say this is correct.
What this mean?
Plague-stricken. Plague means like disease.
Disease?
Yeah.
Stricken?
Whatever. He was at a hospital, right? So he was at a hospital somewhere, and he helped.
Java?
Yeah, some location.
His hand to this
And
decision.
he helped some people who has disease.
Oh.
But but there are other acts which is difficult to justify.
Oh, okay.
Prince Andrew, who had evidently wished to tone down the awkwardness of Pierre's remarks, rose and made a sign to his wife that it was time to go. So Prince Andrew says he wanted to tone down.
Tone down, make it
not so bad. Okay, tone down the awkwardness. In this case, awkwardness means that it's kind of uncomfortable, make everybody uncomfortable. Awkwardness of Pierre's remarks, because Pierre's remarks made everybody uncomfortable. He rose up, so he was sitting down, and made a sign to his wife that it's time to go.
So rose is stand up.
Stand up, yes.
Okay. So suddenly
Prince Hippolyte started making signs to everyone to attend, and asking them all to be seated began. So now Hippolyte's going to talk. We're going to stop here, but Hippolyte...
okay, so Hippolyte started up.
He started up making signs. So he made signs for everybody maybe to listen. Attend means to listen to him, maybe.
To him.
And asking them to be all seated down.
Okay. So we stop here.
Sure.
So I think for this chapter, the Andrew is really help Pierre to...
In some sense, he's not completely helping everything, because he says that, yes, first he said that Napoleon, you cannot just treat him as a single person.
Yeah.
He is both as a private person, he's also a general, he's also emperor. All those three things that he does, he has to do different things. You cannot just say always the same. And then you also have to say that he did a lot. Besides of doing some maybe bad things, he did some good things too. So that's what he's trying to say. But he's saying that he did some bad things, or things which is hard to justify, hard to say that it's so correct.
比较中立的.
Yeah, hard to say it's correct.
Okay.
So, but anyway, he's probably tired of this and he wants to go. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, bye everyone.